Welcome back. My name is Zane. Today we'll be having a look at Bitcoin SV. So Bitcoin SV stands for Satoshi Vision, and essentially Bitcoin SV is thought of to be the original Bitcoin. The original Bitcoin of Satoshi's vision, Satoshi's belief. However, this is just alleged. This hasn't been confirmed because it's based on perspective, based on the first and original Bitcoin, which is the most popular, powerful cryptocurrency in the world right now, versus Bitcoin Silver, which is a fork that was created out of the idea that Bitcoin SV is exactly what Satoshi wanted. But of course, like I said, this is alleged. So we're gonna get a good understanding of what Bitcoin SV is. Now guys, remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Now I'm not a financial advisor and I can't give financial advice, but I can tell you that this is the 29th most popular coin in the world based on market cap. Excuse me guys. Based on market cap, it is the 29th most popular coin in the world. And as you can see, the supply is very similar to Bitcoin. Very similar to Bitcoin. Bitcoin has 21 million supply, and so does Bitcoin SV. So it's interesting because they also have around the 18.6 million in supply. Now, obviously, there's a lot of Bitcoin in supply, as we all know, that are not being used and probably will never be used because people are constantly remembering that they used to mine Bitcoin and they didn't know how valuable that was until they lose the hard drive. So my question is always, will these cryptocurrencies 100x? You know, will these cryptocurrencies 10x, 20x, 30x? That's a good question as well. So yeah, we'll explore Bitcoin SV technical details and its role in fulfilling Satoshi's vision for Bitcoin. And I do believe the original Bitcoin is still the best, and it'll stay that way for a long time because for some reason other organizations really struggle with creating a real Bitcoin competitor. You know, the simple Bitcoin is built on the simplest idea that people should have more financial freedom. However, a lot of cryptocurrencies coming out these days, they are not based around freedom. You know, there are a few, but majority of them, it's mostly about the money, project, tech, and the list goes on. But yeah, let's get a summary into what Bitcoin SV is. So since Bitcoin launched in 2009, the blockchain network and its underlying cryptocurrency Bitcoin has progressed remarkably. So Bitcoin was designed to democratize the global monetary system, and since it's inspired to develop the thousands of new and unique altcoins, cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin, most of these alternative blockchain frameworks and tokens have thought to have improved. Sorry, guys, I've thought to improve upon the previous limitations of Bitcoin protocol. So one of the notable examples of an effort to improve upon Bitcoin was Bitcoin Cash, and that was probably the most famous fork of Bitcoin is Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash sought to increase the Bitcoin's transaction speed and overall transaction throughput in order to promote the enterprise scalability and mass adoption of the blockchain and cryptocurrency. A hard fork of Bitcoin Cash in 2018 spawned the Bitcoin SV, the SV blockchain, and its underlying asset, Bitcoin SV, stated purpose is to become a more technological advanced communication of original Bitcoin protocol, focused on increasingly network transaction speed and enabling excuse me, and enabling, if I can find where I left off in this video. So yes, scalability. With this in mind, Bitcoin SV stands for Bitcoin Satoshi vision. Now, as the blockchain project and its cryptocurrencies were intended to execute the vision of Bitcoin's personamous founder, which is Satoshi Nakamoto. As of this moment, the world still doesn't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is. So it is no coincidence then that Craig White, creator of Bitcoin SV, claimed to be Satoshi Nakamoto. And this is true. This is true. The founder of Bitcoin SV did claim to be Satoshi Nakamoto, but it's awfully convenient to admit to something that that you don't align with. I mean, Craig White doesn't align with Satoshi's original idea of Bitcoin. And you don't just accept something like that, just accept the fame, unless, of course, you're interested in a lot more than just like creating a better monetized system. And that doesn't sound like Satoshi's vision at all. So we've got a few content there for us to go through: history leading up to Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin SV ideology, Bitcoin SV protocol technical structure, and the controversy of Bitcoin SV. So history leading up to Bitcoin SV in an industry where blockchain projects and their associated cryptocurrency complete to provide the most utility to investors, institutions and everyday users alike. Only the most unique, innovative, and genuinely useful projects survive. So many existing alternative cryptocurrencies were designed to expand on the original use intended by the initial Bitcoin blockchain, aiming to add something new and innovative to the industry. Oftentimes, these projects try to implement new use cases, although with new functionalities like anonymity, decentralization application development, or decentralized storage, they can improve programmability tailored to the development of specific types of smart contracts. Conversely, other altcoins arise from the projects rather than adding net new functionality, simply desire to fix what they believe to be broken within something old. Bitcoin is often the subject of such project, as it's the case with Bitcoin SV. So during Bitcoin's early stages of development, the network was more than capable of managing the transaction load of a small niche community, primarily composed of developers and cryptography enthusiasts. But as Bitcoin's popularity grew, the network started to get bottled down with an extremely increasing volume of transaction, eventually resulting in a drastic impact on processing times. Many became concerned that eventually Bitcoin transactions might take days, weeks to clear if nothing was done to address the issues. If these multi-days delay were to actually occur, transaction fees could increase significantly. These delays and fees concern form the root of what known as Bitcoin scalability problem. So Bitcoin Cash was the first Bitcoin fork that tried to effectively solve the Bitcoin scalability problem. The desire to increase the number of transactions that could take place every second was a primarily impetus for creating Bitcoin Cash for a major network hard fork. This concern is reflected in the structures of Bitcoin, which significantly increases the original BTC block size. More data in each block means that the transactions can be processed more quickly. Now, Bitcoin Cash developers also took measures to reduce the total amount of data needed verification in each transaction, which further sped up the process. So transaction speed is crucial to fostering the scalability, functionality, mass adoption, and ultimately success of a cryptocurrency. For comparison, the Bitcoin network is currently capable of processing 7 transactions per second, whereas Bitcoin Cash can process around 116 transactions per second. Although Bitcoin Cash was the first Bitcoin fork, it was not the last, and it won't be the last for a very long time. There's a lot of Bitcoin forks out there, and I tell you, it's fascinating just to watch it alone. But yeah, I hope you guys got a proper understanding of what Bitcoin SV is. Now, at the end of that video, at the end of the article, I also mention much about the about Bitcoin itself, but Bitcoin Cash, how it's faster, 116 transactions per second. It's fascinating. It really is fascinating. So hope to see more from these projects, and obviously I'll keep you guys up to date. And now, in terms of like my bold predictions for this year, Bitcoin SV might hit maybe 350 pounds, sorry, dollars, maybe $400. It's all of a question. Now, in the next few years, 3 to 5 years, I seriously see this thing 10x in, 20x in, but I'm not so sure if it can 100x. That is still a long way to go, you know. But thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. Hope you enjoy that article, and I will see you guys in the next one. Remember to leave a like and follow us on Twitter. Thank you.